Hey everyone, and welcome to the 113th episode of We're All in the Same Boat. I'm your host, Luke Roxwold, and today we are talking about the Snyder Cut, a moral question, and another rank it. I am also joined by Shayne.
Hola.
Michael.
Hey, what's up?
And Nick, who has a mask on and is currently remote.
I can explain. There's an explanation.
Oh no.
I'm waiting. What's the explanation?
I broke my sticks on my electric drum set, the thing that you're not supposed to do. So that's my explanation.
I feel like that's really difficult to do.
It was. And
He
yet,
was going hard.
And yet here I am at Guitar Center.
Is there... did you hit something, or did they just break... What did you hit that broke them? What did you hit, the side of the drum set or something?
Like the rim, so that when you hit the snare drum, there's like the rim, and it like makes a different sound, and I guess it just broke on that, but... I have a project tomorrow I need sticks for at 8 a.m. and Guitar Center closes at 7 now, so that's why I'm here.
It's so funny. We were trying to figure out if we wanted to start the episode or not, and he's like, I could just call in.
Yeah, I'm
like,
gonna
you
go
don't
silent
mind, you don't mind.
once I make my purchase, and then I'm out
But
of here.
I was like, you don't mind people hearing what you're saying? He's like, yeah, social distancing. Everyone's like 6 feet away. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
No one can hear me at all. Yeah, I'm in line
deal.
apart from everyone.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot too. Like wearing, that's stupid. I've been doing that a lot too. Wearing the masks. So funny. No, I mean,
Now
but
everyone has to wear that.
It's
yeah,
actually
I've been going to stores and wearing the mask, and dude, I just feel like I'm supposed to rob.
in Virginia. In Virginia, it's mandated now that you have to wear a mask in all public places.
Holy crap.
Wow.
They're indoors.
Jeez.
Yeah, indoors.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
That's
It's so funny.
crazy.
Slightly ridiculous, but
So for my job, like I work at customers' houses and stuff, and we got some more rules. Basically, like it's all smart stuff. It's like call ahead, let them know how you're gonna keep them safe, let them know you're not gonna be like too far into their house and stuff. But one of them is that we can't use the restroom at the customer's house, which is cool. It makes sense. But I have to pee like all the time. So whenever I get to a building, I see it, and I'm like, dude, I'm about to pee there. My body just prepares to pee. So it's awful.
Your body's like, dude, we got to mark this as our territory right now.
I don't know what it is.
Let's go.
I think it's like, you know when you're a kid and you're driving home and you see your house and all of a sudden you gotta go to the bathroom? It's like that.
Yeah.
So, like,
kind
but
of.
I can't pee
Oh,
anywhere.
or when you see food and you just get hungry.
Yeah, like it just
It's like,
happens.
oh, I
the
gotta do it.
time.
My body's like, I gotta do it.
All
So-
the
Are you
time.
supposed to grow out of that? You said as a
No,
kid.
Nick.
Are you supposed to grow
I
out
don't
of
know.
that?
I never
You
grew out
don't
of it clearly,
grow
but
out of it.
the problem is that I can't pee anywhere because everything's closed or they don't have public restrooms anymore, except for like Food Lion and Walmart. So between
like-
every customer's house, I have to find some kind of grocery store to pee in.
It's so funny because you'd be like sitting there, and then the customer would come outside, and you're just peeing in the bushes, like, oh, I didn't want to infect your house, so
It's funny, I've had to do that a couple times.
just had to.
But
Wait,
it's
really?
weirder if they catch me peeing
What?
not in their house than if I pee in their house. Like if I pee in their house is fine, but like if they're gonna like the company will call the customer and ask like if everything that's we're supposed to be doing. And so I have a empty gallon jug in my truck just in case.
That's smart.
And I had to use it a
That
couple
is smart.
times.
You gotta follow protocol, Michael. Good job.
That's the sign of a weak bladder. That's all that
You're
is,
just
Michael.
Yeah.
you're like, I
drink
just
tons
never
of water.
know.
It's always clear, dude. I drink tons of water. And even if
That's
I don't drink
good.
a lot of water, it's always clear.
That is good
Oh,
for
yeah.
you. But you
That's
do
strange.
You're in the
pee
clear.
10 times a day
You're
when
an
you drink
anomaly.
the necessary amount of water your body needs.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah, that is the worst when they're like, oh, you have to drink 1,000 gallons of water a day.
I
And
love
I'm
it.
like,
You
wait, I
just
have
sit
to
in the
drink so
bathroom.
much water in every 15 minutes. It's like,
I
well,
love water. I drink
see you
water
guys.
24/7, so I can
Yeah,
do
me
it.
too. And I
Boom.
pee at every house I go to.
And Michael's like, yeah, I drink plenty of water. It just flushes out.
I used to be like that, Mike. I used to be like that. Now I'm just a dehydrated fool. But now, I used to be like that.
It flows through me like hate flows through Anakin.
Yeah, I think that's one of those habits, like filling up a water bottle and then just drinking water all day. I always get it, and then I lose it, and then I get it again, and then I lose it again.
Oh,
But I've
dang.
never just got it and kept it. I'll lose the habit.
I'm addicted
gotta
to
figure
it.
out-
Like I'm super thirsty. It's like it's not like I'm doing this. Like, oh, I should be healthy. It's like, oh, I can't breathe. My mouth is so dry. It's like the opposite
fair.
effect. I drink so much water that now, without water, if I don't have water for like half an hour, my body just starts breaking down.
Ooh. He's addicted.
I'm addicted.
That's right.
That's how they get.
I heard that once. It's like, are we humans all addicted to food and water, and the withdrawal
I
just
am.
kills you?
Pretty much.
Like you just were stuffed. You just had food given to you since you were a kid, and now you're addicted to it, and the withdrawal you'll just die.
Just had food given to you.
Like you didn't need it. You just were forced to have. Like, I
was
had a
just shoved
choice
down
when I was
your
a kid.
throat.
They were just like, here,
Yep.
eat the
this
food, you know.
food.
And so
Dude,
it's
if I
like
didn't need
drugs.
food,
you know?
I get so much done. Oh man.
But life would be so sad.
Yeah, it'd be
Like-
way sadder.
Because I feel like as I've gotten older, the amount of enjoyment I get out of food keeps increasing.
Going
I
in,
would've-
boys.
All right.
All right, I'll get good
All right,
luck
Nick,
with
get those drumsticks.
Get your stuff.
Yeah, but no, I think like my enjoyment of food is always increasing as I get older. You know,
Oh, yeah,
it's
for
just like I
sure.
appreciate it more. Like when I was a kid, it was like Skittles, and now it's like everything, you know, including Skittles.
It's because your taste buds, your taste buds expand and you develop taste.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maturing.
I watched way too many food shows though, and now I'm like, I'll taste something and be like, there's a slight hint of blah 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 blah.
That
You know,
was
like,
me
Judging
too.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I got into watching the Food Network, like back in, it's a funny story. Long story short, though, I got grounded for like shoplifting. Really stupid. Don't shoplift, kids.
Wait. What did you steal?
It's not embarrassing, but
Was it even worth
I
it?
still.
It wasn't worth it.
In hindsight, no. It was Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
You were like,
Well-
I'm stealing this, but you never know what might be in here.
Not to
Could
like,
be worth it.
I'm not.
It's
you
like,
know, I'm
Shayne,
not trying
was
to
it-
justify
was it
this.
worth it? And you're like, I don't know. I haven't opened the pack yet. I don't know if it was worth it.
I don't know if it was worth it, but I did
Wait.
open
So you
the
got
pack.
caught? So you went to steal it?
Yeah, so basically, okay, I used to,
Shayne.
not like many times, but I did shoplift a few times. My friends got me into it, whatever, peer pressure. And then he just kind of developed a habit
friends
because
got me into it.
I knew my mom was not going to buy me the
hold on.
cards.
My friends got me into the habit of getting free stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, well, the
Probably
first
way to look
people,
at it.
I shoplifted for the first time with my friends, so they got me into it.
True.
So my mom was never going to buy me Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? So I'm like, well, I want new cards because I need to have the best deck. I need to win the game. So I'm like, well,
Sure.
I mean, it's just a little pack, right? You just slice it open and you just take the cards. No one's going to know. It's just a few cards. And so you just do it. And then I guess they saw me on the camera, and as we were walking out, they like they pulled us into the little side security room.
Oh,
and
man.
yeah, it was really bad. And so then I got grounded for like eternity, and I couldn't watch TV. And
your
so
mom was just like, nope,
Yeah,
never
it was-
again.
yeah, it was bad.
She was gonna get
And-
that out of you.
Yeah, and so I couldn't watch TV. Obviously, Mom, don't listen to this, but I used to watch TV when she wasn't there, obviously. But when she came home, I still wanted to watch TV. So I said, can I watch educational programming? And she said, sure. So I somehow convinced her that the Food Network was educational programming. And so I
It's like, this is
so I
the
watched,
best I can get. It's the Food Network.
yeah. So I watched the Food Network all the time. And I was like, so what Luke said, I became all like judging of food, and I
It's
ate
so
like
funny.
more things.
Because you're like, I could do something else besides watch TV, or I could watch food. It's like as a kid, like I had no interest in the Food Channel when I was
Me
a kid.
either. Until
But you were just like,
yeah.
what else am I gonna do? I have to watch something.
What I liked about it is because they had a lot of I thought it was just gonna be like people cooking food, right? But a lot of there's a lot of like it's more like reality show, not reality show, but they have reality shows too, and reality like competition shows, and I love competition shows, so that's what hooked me in.
why
Like
is it-
the Food Network had a lot of like competition shows, and I like competition shows, so that's what kind of hooked me in as a kid. I like people competing, and they were making fancy food, and I was a fatty on the inside, so I liked looking at food.
All right, so none of this was a topic. So we're actually going to jump into the first topic of today. I don't know if we should wait for Nick on this, but we're gonna go for it. I
just
might
go.
just bring him in. I'm gonna bring him in. But which of you saw Batman versus Superman?
Me.
Not I.
Shayne. Okay, so Michael, how was it? Because I never saw it.
Batman versus Superman? It
Yeah.
was okay. It was like,
Is that
if I were to rate it, I would maybe give it I was gonna say 5. That sounds too generous.
Oof.
4.7. It's a solid 4.7.
Okay, that's
Yeah, it's
decent.
bad.
So I did hear it was very bad. I think it's Zack Snyder. I think he directed that one. He also directed Man of Steel. What would you guys rate Man of Steel?
I actually liked Man of Steel. A lot of people hate on it, but I think it was good. I would rate it like a 8.
Did you see it, Shane?
I saw it once.
Yeah, it was Snyder that
and
directed Batman vs Superman.
I don't remember much from it.
I'm trying to remember because I saw it. I probably
I'm
saw
not
it
sure.
twice. It was like a 6, maybe 6 or 7. Like it was
That,
fine.
is
It
that
wasn't
the one
like
with
anything.
Amy Adams?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That one was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like it was a little bit forgettable.
Yeah, but the Superman fights versus Zod were pretty epic. So for me, epic battle scenes at the end can bring you up a whole other level.
That's always
another point.
That's always Michael. It's like, but it had a great fight. Whoop.
It's true. If it's a comic book movie that the fight scenes can save it, then it's okay.
If
Yeah, I
if
think
it's
I
a
remember,
comic book
even though
movie,
they-
that's like half of the movie, really.
Yeah.
I think even though it was a pretty CGI movie, I think I remember thinking the fights looked really good. Even though I don't quite remember. I don't remember if I like the CGI or not, but I do think like that movie as a whole, it's fine. It's just sort of forgettable. Like I don't really remember a whole lot of it.
Yeah, it's not like amazing.
And I remember the funniest part to me, like the part I can make the most fun of, is when Superman's dad basically stole from Spider-Man, like the great power comes great responsibility. But they were like, we definitely can't say that line. And so he's like, yeah, kid, when you have all these things, it's important that you take care of other people. Otherwise, what's the point? It was like, and they basically just paraphrased the same line and just reused it. But yeah, so that movie's decent. It was like Superman, Batman versus Superman. Like as it goes down, like 6-4. But now, who saw Justice League? Did you both see it?
I saw.
I heard
Fun
it was
fact.
trash, so I never watched it.
Fun fact: somebody gave it to me as a wedding present because
Really?
it was
Did
one
they
of my
not like you?
one of my wife's friends. They used to always watch terrible movies together.
Oh.
So they gave us Justice League, and they gave us this movie starring Bruce Willis called like Death Wish or something. It was really bad.
That's funny.
Okay, so you did
Leanne
see
fell
it
asleep 5 minutes in, by the way.
To Justice League?
in Justice League.
She fell asleep like when it barely started.
Wow.
So what out of 10? Because I have not seen Justice League. What out of 10 would you give it, Michael?
I'm the only one that's seen it. Oh gosh.
Well, I was going to see if
Okay.
Nick saw it, but I haven't seen it, and
When
I'm
Nick
about
hops
to
in-
propose something.
Okay, maybe a 3. Like it could possibly get up to 3.
A
if
3
you
out of
argued with me
10?
about
So
it.
did it have an epic battle at the end that brought up the
was
point
all
from a 2 to
confusing.
a 3?
So, quick synopsis of I can't really remember. So apparently, this bad guy, whose name I forget now.
Gosh, that means it's a bad movie. You don't even remember
I
who.
watched a video about it the other day to recap for this podcast.
It's not
I still know what's
good.
called. Anyway, this guy comes. He has to get these things called the mother boxes to help like him usher in some kind of apocalypse to the earth for some reason we don't really know. One is held by the Amazons, Wonder Woman people. They're the ones by humans. They're the ones by the Atlanteans. Basically, Superman or Batman kind of knows this is happening. Superman's dead right now. Spoiler alert. At the end of Batman v Superman, he dies.
You know what? I think I did see Batman versus Superman. Now that you say that, because I'm like, oh yeah, I saw Superman die. in the movie.
Doomsday kills him. So they assemble the Justice League. They got the Flash. He's actually the only good part about the movie. That's why he gets a 3. Without the Flash, it'd be a 0.7. You got Cyborg, who
Whoa.
his CGI is terrible. He's literally a floating head with like a cartoon body like under it. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Batman, of course, and they get Superman, he was a bad guy. He wakes up and he's like evil, and then they somehow remind him who he is, and he becomes good. Oh yeah, Amy Adams, Lois Lane comes and tells him that he's a good guy, and he becomes a good guy. And then some things happen.
But why is he bad?
I don't know. I think because he like resetted his mind when he died, so he just like was like acting on instinct. I think he was trying to kill everything that he saw. I don't really know. They don't really understand.
It's not explained well.
So then they go to fight the guy. Oh, it's the name of a rock band.
Kid Rock.
Kid
Ramstein?
Rock.
Just the first thing that
Killmonger?
popped in my head.
Not Killmonger.
No.
Knows. Do you want to know the Rotten Tomato score on Justice League?
Sure.
Guess. We guess first.
27.
15.
Oh, well, you guys are mean. It's 40.
Is it really that good?
Yeah. That's
Wait,
the
it's 40?
yeah.
Really?
Audience gave it a 71%.
40?
It was
Hold
not that
on.
good.
What's Batman versus Superman?
Let me see.
And I'm gonna look up.
Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf's his name.
Oh, Steppenwolf. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna look it up though because I don't know who he is. So Justice League movie
Steppenwolf
villain.
is a rock band from the 1970s.
Yeah, they are. Don't they play? Oh, what was the song I used to listen to that they played?
I don't know. But anyway, so. Well, I guess yeah, we can.
I forget what it is. I literally there was a song that I put in like a video that was by them, but I don't remember what it was. This says wait, it doesn't say Steppenwolf.
Born to be Wild.
Yeah, they do that one.
To be wild.
All right, I had to look everything up now. Hold on, Steppenwolf. No, there's another song that I used in a video once.
Magic Carpet Ride.
Yeah, Magic Carpet Ride. That's what it was.
Ooh.
Magic Carpet Ride.
Ooh. Batman versus Superman. Yikes.
What's the Rotten Tomato score for the Batman vs Superman?
Wait, this doesn't
28.
say. Justice League doesn't say. It says. It doesn't say Steppenwolf.
Yeah, Batman vs
I don't know
Superman
if
has
it's-
28%.
Oh, this weird guy with like the horns.
All right, so
Yeah,
sorry,
he-
Shayne, what was that? Batman vs Superman got what?
28%.
Dang, that's what I guessed for Justice League. I think Justice League was worse. So basically, they get to this final battle in like this random Russian town, and they fight.
Always a
And there's
Russian
aliens,
town.
and Superman's fighting Steppenwolf, and for some reason, Steppenwolf's beating Superman for some time, and then they beat him somehow, and then he
So
dies.
this is after Superman becomes good again,
Yeah, Superman becomes good again.
and then he stays alive after the movie ends.
Yeah, he's still alive, and that's it.
Because okay, so like I said, I saw Batman versus Superman. I think I might have seen it on an airplane though, so it's gonna be messed up. It
Yeah, for sure.
doesn't really count. But I was trying to remember. Excuse me, hold on. I was trying to remember the actual movie, and I don't remember like anything. I remember the Facebook guy.
Mark
Jesse
Zuckerberg.
No, what's his name though?
Oh, Jesse
Eisen-
Eisenberg.
Yeah, he played Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
Was that Superman?
Batman v Superman.
Batman vs Superman? Yeah, I remember that. He wasn't good. I was disappointed. I thought he might actually be really good, but he wasn't.
He was hyped up to be good. I remember
Yeah,
that.
and then I saw the trailers and stuff for Justice League. It just did not look good, and then the reviews were coming out, and I was like, this is just another Batman versus Superman, so I'm never going to see it. So I never saw it, but I know there's a lot of stuff. Like there was some CGI stuff that they did. They erased Superman's mustache or something. I remember you talking about that,
Yeah.
Michael.
What?
but
So-
he had a mustache, which is it's nothing wrong with Superman having a mustache. I don't know why they had to remove it. Just leave it. You know.
not American
so
for him
what
to have a
happened
mustache.
So Henry Cavill was doing another movie, and he had to grow a beard and a mustache for that movie. So instead of just shaving his, so I think they were filming at the same time, or it's filmed after Justice League. Instead of just shaving his beard and mustache, and like giving him a prosthetic beard / mustache, which is way easier. For reference, Thor's beard for the first 3 movies was fake, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. So instead of doing that, they had him film the entire Justice League movie with a beard and mustache, and then CGI his face.
I don't understand
His
why.
contract- He doesn't have
That
a
is the
beard or a
epitome.
mustache.
His
That's the epitome of like, oh, we'll fix it in post, and it's
It's
like
because
no!
his contract with the other movie said he couldn't shave when he couldn't shave.
But they
Well, couldn't they just like put some sort of prosthetic or
anything.
That
Also, in the
seems like
first
such
in
a
Man of
stupid.
Steel,
Doesn't that seem like such a stupid problem to have?
Yeah,
It's like
in
he
Man
has
of
a
Steel,
beard,
he has a
and
beard
he
the
can't
whole time.
shave it
It's
because he
very
told the
stupid.
other people. Yeah, I don't know.
he has a beard in Man of
Hollywood.
Steel, in almost the whole movie, and he's been like in a dead for like
It's just
months or years.
What?
I mean, it's Superman. Superman probably grows hair when he's dead. It's fine.
I don't know, he's a
all I
Kryptonian.
know
Who
is
knows?
it's like a big issue, and I looked into some of the story of this, and I guess what happened was Zack Snyder, who I actually don't think is a great director, because I'm thinking he directed 300.
Probably not.
It was fine. 300's fine.
Sparta.
These
directed
are movies that I
Batman
like.
versus-
I might mix him up with somebody else that I like. Did he do Dunkirk?
No,
Who's that?
that's Chris Nolan.
Oh yeah, never mind. Snyder's not who I
Love
think he
Chris
is.
Yeah,
Nolan.
Schneider. So Schneider
Nolan's
did.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Schneider did Batman versus Superman, 300, Watchmen, and then part of Justice League. He didn't do the whole thing. And I was trying to think. I don't know that I've liked most of his. I guess Watchmen is good. 300 is fine.
Oh, he did Wonder Woman
is.
and Dawn of the Dead.
No,
Wonder
he
Woman
didn't
was
do
good.
Wonder Woman. No, he didn't do Wonder Woman. Did he?
Oh, he didn't? I thought this Zack Snyder
I
movies
thought,
and they came out.
pretty sure.
Oh, you're right, it was a woman.
He might have been a
directed
producer.
Wonder Woman
Yeah,
just because
you're
they
right.
have to do that.
Yeah, he's probably a
You're
producer.
right. I don't know why. Oh, he produced it.
Yep.
Never
Yep.
mind.
So the point is, I don't know that he's necessarily a great director. I have never really loved his films. There are a lot of like style, like he does a lot of
Oh,
slow
he directed
motion.
Suicide
And,
Squad. Yeah, he's whack.
no, he didn't direct Suicide Squad.
No, that was David Ayer.
David Ayers.
Oh, that's in
Produced it.
Google keeps lying to me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop reading
Michael,
Google.
you're not
Nick.
as good at
Hey, Nick,
Googling
welcome
as
back.
me.
That's true.
Mike,
like-
or Nick just came out of nowhere.
I know. I was like,
No,
that's
that's
a
wrong,
random
Michael.
voice.
Fact
He's
check
always
Nick.
waiting to tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, we're
Did you
talking
get your
about.
sticks?
Nick, did you see Batman versus Superman?
No.
Unfortunately,
What would you give it out of 10?
a 4.
What did you give it, Mike? Wasn't it a 4?
That was 4.7. So yeah, basically a 4.
4.7.
That's
Okay.
basically
Nice.
a 5.
Did you see Justice League?
I did not.
No one
Yeah,
did.
the only one who saw it.
Michael's the
Trash
only
movie.
one. All right, so here's what I was wondering. I can't get there yet. We gotta slow down. So Zack Snyder was set up to direct this movie, and then I think it's really sad. So just warning, like I guess his daughter committed suicide, and so he sort of was
oh
like,
my
I
gosh.
can't. Yeah, and so
I feel
you're
bad
like,
now.
well, you're like, why did he stop directing? And like that's why. So like,
Yeah.
I get it, but he basically was like, I can't do this, and he left the project, and then they got Joss Whedon, I think, to direct it, which I don't understand because he directed Avengers. And so what happened with this movie? And I don't know if it was one of those studio interferences where they're like,
Clashing visions.
yeah, they're like, Joss Whedon, you can do it, but you got to make sure that you blow up a giant ship and you have this line in there and there needs to be 10 fight sequences, like all these rules. And so then he can't really tell a good story because he has to follow what the studio wants.
Yeah.
Long story
Wait.
short,
Well, can I just ask? Zack Snyder's still the credited director. So is there like a post edit
Well-
with Joss Whedon and then this
Well-
Snyder cut? Or am I jumping ahead here? Just because
we'll
I
get
don't
there.
understand
So-
the difference between the Whedon cut and the Snyder cut.
Well,
I guess
let me
'cause
see this. Let me see
IMDb
this.
Why
isn't
are people
clear.
cutting this terrible movie
Time
so
out.
many times?
so
It's IMDb, that's the
It does
problem.
credit
Oh.
both of them.
Right?
So
But-
it says Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon because Schneider directed some of it, and then
Yeah.
Whedon directed the rest of it.
well,
Happens.
it's just IMDb. I don't. What credit do you mean? Because I'm looking at IMDb, but I don't know if that's like a true source anymore.
I'm looking at Google. So there, Mr.
IMDb is official.
Yeah, it just that firm like directed by Zack
Yeah.
Snyder is just there. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Because Joss Whedon's under the screenplay credit, so that's why I was just curious.
Yeah, let's check. Hold on, let's check Wikipedia. Oh, Wikipedia just says Zack Schneider.
Oh,
Imagine if Joss Whedon just like removed his name because
he
was like,
probably
"Never mind."
did.
That don't need anyone to know
That
I
could
know
be
there was
part
this.
of it. I don't know.
But anyway, so he
Go ahead.
backed out of the project. I don't blame him. Sounds like an awful, terrible situation to be in. And, directing a movie is the last thing you want to do when something awful like that happens. So he left the project. The movie somehow got finished. It had a bunch of issues. It got released, and people really didn't like it. So apparently, before movies are released in general, they get these giant cuts, like a 4-hour long cut was made for Justice League before Joss Whedon took it over, right?
Right.
And that is the Schneider cut. Now, no one's ever seen it, and apparently it's a completely different movie than what we saw or what Michael saw.
Yeah.
Really?
in the theater. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that's fascinating. I'm wondering if
apparently-
there's more. I wonder if there's more cuts like that in the universe. Possibly all these studios that get in the way. I wonder if that's going to be
there's-
a new thing. Maybe.
Dude,
There's usually
I would-
always a longer
I-
version.
So,
I
Luke-
love that. That would be awesome.
Do you mind if I've read some about the Snyder Cut.
They
You're
go
talking
for
about-
them.
Yeah, real quick, before you get into that, the one thing I want to cover is apparently, because Joss Whedon replaced Zack Snyder, Zack Snyder has never seen the movie. He never saw the cut. So he directed like part of it, and he just was like, "It's wrecked. I'm not even." And he never saw it.
Huh. Even now, he hasn't seen it. As far as
that's what he said.
He doesn't care.
But then basically what ended up happening is Twitter was like, "We hate this movie. We want the the Snyder Cut." And Snyder Cut, hashtag Snyder Cut, is the most tweeted hashtag regarding a Warner Brothers film of all time. And the film doesn't even exist yet. So that's what happened. And basically HBO went to Zack Snyder and was like, "Hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to take this 4-hour cut and turn it into like a miniseries?" And so I don't know if it's going to be like 3 episodes or 4 episodes or whatever, but HBO is going to take it and possibly dump $20 million into this and making this movie, which I think is awesome. That's so smart.
It's a lot of money.
It's all filmed, but like that, the film's budget is probably $300 million.
Yeah,
they spent $300 million on this movie, and they made $600 million back.
Wow!
And if they dumped $20 million into it,
$600 million. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
For a giant blockbuster like this.
That bombed. Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah. But the point is that this is happening. It's official.
Yeah.
So the movie that is 2 hours in the theater is now going to be like 4 hours long on HBO. So, Michael, talk about this Snyder Cut.
Yeah, so I just got a little bit of info, but so yeah, what you said about there was like a 4-hour like cut before, and then Snyder made somewhere around 3 hours like cut. That was basically what he wanted. You know, he still got cut down some like
special effects, because it's what it probably is. It's all green screen and none of it's edited. There's no sounds.
And they had to cut out awkwardly long silences, stuff like that. So it might have gone down to maybe 2 hours and 45 minutes after that. But then everything that Luke said before didn't happen. But from what I've read and heard about the Snyder Cut or whatever that didn't be made yet, all the plot holes of the movie, like, it gets answered in there. So basically in the movie, you have Steppenwolf trying to collect these boxes. Steppenwolf is a villain.
Oh, okay.
Band is not in the movie. And he's trying to collect these like boxes called mother boxes that if he gets all of them, they like help him destroy the world. And apparently in the extended version, you realize that the 3 boxes, they actually release his mother, who is gonna give him the power to destroy the world. That's why in the movie he just says, "I'm coming soon, mother," or whatever, like weird stuff like that. That makes it's still kind of weird, but it makes a little bit more sense.
So they have that line in the film, and it's nowhere in the movie what that means.
Right,
cut it out.
This sounds like Rise of Skywalker.
And then Superman's supposed to be. So Superman, they go get Superman in the currently released version. They get him maybe the first third of the movie. Apparently, it's supposed to be a big scene at the end when they have to fight Superman and help him become good again. Even the Snyder Cut gets confusing. But basically, he has another hour explaining the things that don't make that much sense.
Well, I know what I'm looking at right now is that the cut will cost between $20 and $30 million to complete the special effects, musical score, and editing, and will either be a 4-hour-long film version or a 6-part television miniseries. So here's what I think is fun.
Miniseries sounds better.
Can I rant about HBO for a second? Because they have too many services, and I don't know I can't keep straight any of them. Because there's HBO Now, HBO Go, and now there's HBO Max. And so I'm like, they're all three. I don't know which is which.
Aren't they just tier levels? Or no?
No, I think
are they separate subscriptions?
I think HBO Go is if you have HBO in your cable, you can get the shows in an app. And then HBO Now is a paid subscription. I don't know what HBO Max is.
See? I don't know. I don't really care about this.
I've never had HBO, but they've had some pretty good stuff that I kind of wish I had HBO, but I don't like when things have too many options. Makes me nervous.
It's good. You haven't seen it, Shayne. They probably all suck. That's why they wanted the Snyder Cut.
to up their stuff.
Well, I've only seen select things, but they're usually music concerts, so maybe the movies are trash.
That's true. That's cool.
We'll keep talking about the Snyder Cut in a second, but I'm curious, what is a sister channel? Because apparently
It's
HBO has a bunch of sister
Yeah.
channels.
It's
TBS,
just like,
CNN, Cartoon Network.
Yeah. It's like they fall under the same umbrella. Like they're owned by the same parent company.
Owned by HBO is owned by HBO. All right.
But that's why Cartoon Network shows are coming to HBO. Whatever their like Netflix is, all the Cartoon Network shows are coming there because they work together.
Wow.
Which I have to get HBO now because Cartoon Network. So
But do you want to get HBO Now or HBO Now?
plus
Do you want to get it later?
HBO Now
HBO
later,
later?
HBO Now now.
It's like, I don't know. I don't know the difference between the different ones. Whatever. I think HBO Now is the
Wait,
cable
which ones do you have?
None. I just don't
ranting
know
about
what
them.
No, look, it's HBO Now is an American subscription video on demand service. And it's like that's HBO, isn't it? And it's like HBO Go. HBO Go is a TV everywhere video on demand streaming service offered. Okay, HBO Max. HBO Max is an American subscription video on demand streaming. Like, I don't know what the difference
Like I
is.
said,
They're all the same.
I think it's like they're tier levels. It's like, you pay more money for one of them, right? Let me see. Let me do the deep journalistic research real quick.
It's funny because I didn't even look this up beforehand. I just realized right now on the podcast that I don't know the difference. And I'm looking at them right there. They all say the same thing.
So maybe this whole Justice League movie
Okay,
thing.
look, there's an article. It says HBO Max versus HBO Go versus HBO Now. What's the difference? Let me see what it says. Okay, so it says HBO. Okay, first regular HBO is the 50-year-old pay service, which you could only get via cable satellite. It's just HBO's on your TV, right? Great. HBO Go is the streaming on-demand service. HBO it has all the original programs plus an ever-changing catalog of big feature films, and these can be streamed the minute they debut on the regular HBO. So basically, HBO but mobile. Does that make sense, Luke?
It's exciting.
Okay, HBO Now.
HBO Now is like the iPhone, iPad.
HBO Now is the exact same thing as HBO Go, except it's for people who don't have a cable package.
Okay.
That's bad marketing.
And HBO Max is
It gets confusing. I told you.
HBO Max is that. Well, I'm trying to just skip past the random stuff in the article. HBO Max is everything that an HBO comes standard with, so you get all the regular stuff, but there's even a button you can click on the Max app that will basically show you just HBO stuff. The Max is the extra stuff Warner Media includes to convince people who don't currently pay for HBO to give in and subscribe. Hundreds of classic movies and TV shows, more kids programming, and original series not included on HBO. So that's like their Netflix is HBO Max. So if you just have not given in to HBO yet, here's everything we can throw at you. Please subscribe.
Yeah. I mean, HBO is loaded, but this must be them being like, we have to compete with Netflix.
And they're all the same price. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. It just is like, what is this? How am I supposed to figure out which one to get?
Is that
So
where?
So,
Sorry, is that where it's getting released? Is the Snyder Cut on HBO?
HBO Max.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, well,
HBO, we need to talk
I'm
to
gonna
your
download
marketing
it
team.
anyway. So
I don't know. I read a whole article on this. I'm trying to think if there's anything left that's interesting to talk about. The fact that he's never seen the film, that's the other thing. So
It was probably too much. It brings some bad memories of that time.
no, it's funny because I've found out that a lot of people that are in movies might watch the movie one time, and that's it. And it seems so weird to be in a giant movie. Like there was someone who was in the new Star Wars movie and they watched it once, and they never watched it again.
I mean, yeah, because you lived making it, so I can understand. A lot of people don't like watching things that they do. For me, I love I like watching things that I do. I'd be in the theater like, ooh, when are we watching it again? You know?
When I make a song, I listen to it every day for like 2 years.
Yeah,
Then I hate it, and I never release it.
100%.
Yeah, when I
never
make a
release
movie,
it.
when I finish a movie, I'll watch it 100, just one after another, just over and
So
over
make
and
it
over
'cause you
again.
like it. Because you're honest, Luke. Everyone else is lying. They all watch their movies.
Yeah.
Anyway.
True.
But yeah, so do you guys think it's gonna get better? Like, is the Snyder Cut gonna be better than?
Yes, I will say yes because it'll be from one person's perspective and one person's vision, which is automatically gonna make it better than trying to clash three different worlds together.
Yeah, I think
And there'll be more
HBO 's
content.
HBO is throwing a lot of money in this so that people will buy their service.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're going to be like, we have to make sure we do this right, because the only reason we're doing this is because the first film got messed up. So we got to get this one right.
Yeah.
So I think they have all the information of the old one to know it didn't work, and we'll see, I guess. I haven't, like I said this right, I haven't seen it. So I was trying to decide, do I rush out and see Justice League right now so I can see how bad it is, and then see the new one? Like the Snyder Cut?
See it fresh.
I was going to say, or do I watch this one and go, this movie's great, and then I go back and watch the old one
Yes.
and just lose it? Like, how did this happen?
No, 'cause I
Second
don't think you'll be
option.
able to watch finish watching the old one if you have seen the new one. Because if the new one's better,
Turn it
No.
off.
you're gonna go. No, seriously, man, it's that bad. Like, I don't.
No, Michael, knowing
I've tried to.
Luke.
Okay, Shane, I've tried to watch it 2 times. I did once at my friend's house. He had like a really big like screen. It was epic, and we couldn't even focus. And we love movies. Like, we like made this day to watch this movie. Watched the movie, could barely focus. Tried to watch it again. It took me 3 days to watch the movie.
Wow.
And each time I had to watch a YouTube recap up to the point that I was, because I did not remember what was going on.
Oh, no.
And even when I watched the recap, I still didn't understand what was going on. Like, Luke's not going to be able to watch the final cut of the movie. That's supposed to be really good. And then go back and watch a really crappy
but I
version of the
think-
movie.
Especially if it has like a bad opening. Like, I'm gonna start the original one. I'll get like 5 minutes in and be like, no, this is
No, but see,
So
look,
if you want to
gotta-
know, Luke, you have to watch the bad
No,
one first, because
Luke.
right now, when it has
But that's
a
what
chance,
that's what everyone did. And so I'm trying to think, can I be different and do
Let me
the
tell you
opposite
why.
and
You
see
should do
how
the
my
second
opinion
option.
is different?
that's true.
Let
That's
me
a good
tell you
point.
why.
You gotta make sure you watch
All right,
it.
hold
though.
on. What's that, Shane?
So you need to watch the good one or the longer one first, watch the Snyder Cut first, and then you watch the first one because you already know it's bad, right? So you're not gonna watch it to enjoy the movie because you know it's bad. So you watch it the second time having the knowledge of the good version so you can trash the first one. It's a much more enjoyable watching
what's gonna
experience.
Trash
suck?
the first one by itself.
This is
You
this is
can,
gonna
but
suck.
when you can like dog it against the, you can make comparisons.
Watch this. Okay, this
I
is
feel
what's
Luke
gonna happen.
would enjoy that.
Hold on. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna watch the new one, and then go back and be the only person on Earth that appreciates the first one, and then I'm gonna be another. It's gonna be another thing that everyone
You're wrong.
disagrees with me on.
Yeah, you're like, wait, I thought the first one was better.
Well, yeah.
Look, from what I've read, I don't
True.
think anyone can find that first one good.
I don't know anything about it. I'm just saying that, like, if I think I'll feel for it. Like, I'll see the new one and then go back and watch the first one. I think I'll just feel bad. Be like, dude, how many movies does this
Yeah.
happen to? Because I bet it happens. So you really think like all these directors are like watching these terrible movies going, yeah, that's good. I love it. I think most of the time it's the studio's interfering.
Yeah.
And the director's like, well, I'm getting paid. This is my job. You know, I'm not allowed to do anything but other than lead, and it's a terrible movie, but I have to sell it to make my money. I agreed to sell the movie, and I think they just get screwed.
They do. I think I agree. I've heard a lot of stories like that where producers just come in and just screw over. And as the director, it's only so much you can do because you're contracted through, the production company usually, and so they can fire you if you don't do what they want.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Interesting.
I think they're
Like, what
both
do you
going to
do?
be bad. How about that? That's my take. They're both
Yeah,
just
I
going to be
think-
god awful.
this one's just a
Realistically,
longer
since I'm the
awful.
only one who's seen it. I feel like it started out as, what did I give it for? A 0.7?
Yeah.
I think it might bring up to like maybe a 4. Because it's so bad. Like, because he still has to deal with the footage that was already shot. He still has to go like use the footage of Aquaman riding on top of the Batmobile, going, "Oh yeah, man!"
Oh,
Still has to deal with the awkward jokes.
Oh yeah, how much
Wait, that's
how
a
much
real
of this
thing?
movie?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
how much of this
Oh.
movie? How much of this movie is The version of Marvel that I hate, but worse.
I don't even think it's good enough to be the
DC.
bad version of Marvel.
Because I'm pretty sure that
Dude,
every single Aquaman thing in this movie is going to be
Oh,
that.
dude. I saw the Aquaman movie. I got halfway through and I had to stop because they freaking played T-Pain's cover of Africa by Toto.
Yes.
And I was like, what is this absolute
I
actual
love that movie.
poop?
I think
Turn it
Aquaman has salvaged
Close
the
the laptop, put it in the next
DC.
room.
Hold up. Wait, Nick, did you like Aquaman?
Oh, absolutely. Compared to
What?
anything
Disgusting.
DCEU has done,
No.
No,
I
Wonder
think
Woman was good.
Aquaman.
Wonder Woman
Oh,
was good.
actually, still haven't seen
Wonder
Wonder
Woman
Woman. I
was
think
good.
Aquaman was
Wait,
fun.
wait,
It
wait,
never
you
took
haven't
itself
seen-
seriously.
Wait, you did.
I
Wait,
thought it
hold
was
up.
great.
Wait. So you okay? So Michael hated Aquaman. Nick
Had plenty of
loved
cheesy
Aquaman.
moments. It was fantastic. Yeah, it knew what it was. It was great.
Was it like a Sharknado of DC movies?
No,
Like,
no,
like it was
great-
just like goofy and like, but it was fine. It was like, oh, it's supposed to be this way.
Yeah, Jason Momoa's fun. I mean, he's a great Aquaman, and they didn't do the thing that you hate, Luke, where they kill the like the badass moments with humor. There's a lot of badass moments that kind of just sit by themselves, but there's also a lot of good humor from Jason Momoa. I think he
just
makes
don't-
the movie.
All right, I think of Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds, literally just Ryan Reynolds all over the place in every movie he's in now, where he just
great.
plays himself to death. That it's annoying to me. Like it's just Ryan Reynolds all over the place, and that's what I think that the Aquaman actor does too. He's the same way. He just plays himself.
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Well, other than Game of Thrones, but that was
Game
his
of
thing.
Thrones.
That
What
was
was the other
before.
thing he was in that he was like Aquaman?
No, it's just like in all like the quirky. Look how attractive and quirky this funny guy is on.
Oh my gosh,
Freaking
Luke, you're
talk
talking about
shows.
actors in Hollywood.
Yeah, I know, but some of them are worse than others. Like this, like
You're talking
he-
about typecasted actors
I
that
know,
are just
right?
good looking.
That's
Like
just what
Henry
happens.
Cavill, all these guys are good looking.
No, there's a difference between that. Like this, I don't know. It's a brand. It's a branding thing. I
It
don't
is
like
a
his
brand.
Everyone's a brand.
You got
Whatever.
to.
Yeah,
so
what do
you
you-
should see Wonder Woman, Nick.
I want to. I heard it's good.
Wait, you haven't seen? All right.
There's
Wonder
a lot
Woman's
of
good.
things I
Take
haven't
it from me.
seen.
Okay, a lot of people agree with me on things.
Yes.
Do they? Isn't that the point? Is that they don't?
That's the most hilarious thing you've ever said.
I know.
Trust me, everyone
You
agrees with me.
liar. You dirty liar.
Oh, no.
I'm trying. There's just
Wait, Luke,
more
have you
and more
seen?
things.
You haven't seen Aquaman? Have you seen anything? What have you been doing this whole time?
Wow.
I
You've
saw-
had 3 months to do
I
nothing but
don't-
watch DC movies.
I don't watch bad movies.
You have a year to watch Justice League
I heard.
and to watch Aquaman.
I did not see Justice League. I did not see Aquaman.
Aquaman's fun. There's an octopus
wanna
that
know
plays
why?
the drums. It's awesome.
That's the only good part of the whole movie.
Do you want to know?
Excuse me.
You want to know why I never watched Aquaman?
Why?
I never watched Aquaman because, well, what Michael said, it's not T-Pain, Michael. I'm pretty sure it's actually Pitbull who does
Oh, yes,
the
it is
Toto
Pitbull.
thing.
It's Pitbull.
And I heard that's, and I heard the
Pitbull
song.
was a
it.
song in
I love
Aquaman.
it.
Yeah,
It's
Yes,
amazing.
and
Pitbull.
I heard the
Covering
song.
Best
Best
thing
And
I've ever heard.
I'm pretty sure we talked about it on
What?
my
Greatest
podcast,
thing.
and it's not good. And I said I'm not watching this movie because
I love watching bad movies and listening to bad songs that are objectively not good. Like even unironically, like I love cheesy stuff, but that's like it's not like cheesy in a way that's like, ooh, that's cheese I want to eat. It's cheesy in a way that's like, ooh, that's cheese that's gonna give me really bad diarrhea. But before I even got a chance to eat it, I already have diarrhea because the cheese is diarrhea. That's how bad it was.
I'm just saying.
It's a great time. You're gonna love it, Luke.
I'm just saying.
All right,
I
tell you
know
what,
definitely watch it
Pitbull.
100%.
Sorry, Shane. Let Shane go. What were you going to say, Shane?
I was just saying. I know Pitbull was not their first choice for the artist to do the song, and I want to know how many other people said no before they got down on the list to Pitbull.
Wait, is
You
it
know
just a
what happens?
bad song? I'm trying to picture Pitbull
It's not good.
singing and then Aquaman and just going, how does that Miami
Luke,
so
style?
imagine
What?
Pitbull doing Pitbull Miami things, right? Talking about like whatever he's talking about, and then randomly going, "I bless the rain down." And
Let me paint the
I-"
picture, Luke. So this is the cut scene
It's
from
not
Wonder Woman.
good.
I'm trying to remember. So it's the scene right before it is they're
Not Wonder
underwater.
Woman, not Wonder Woman, but Aquaman.
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 Yeah.
Right before the Pitbull song, they're in like the medieval like future world of Atlantis,
Yeah.
and like it's really serious and stuff. And then it cuts to like quick shots of some city. I think that might be Miami. And it's just choo 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 choo, and then it's just Aquaman and some girl with red hair coming out of the water like in slow motion to T-Pain singing "Africa" by Toto.
But it's not T-Pain. It's
awesome.
Pitbull.
It feels like a Mary Kate and Ashley movie. Pitbull, yeah. It feels like a Mary Kate and Ashley movie.
It's how Marvel takes itself
Like a
too
Disney
seriously.
The color grade doesn't even match.
This is my comparison.
It looks
Marvel
like an
doesn't take themselves
HD cell
seriously.
phone
Hold
video.
on. Marvel doesn't take themselves seriously hardly ever anymore. What do you mean
Yeah, but
take
they do it
themselves so
good.
seriously?
Remember how Endgame was sad, Infinity War was sad? Aquaman is a breath of fresh air
Aquaman's a
from the
breath
dark
of-
despair of both
Dude, all Marvel movies are
superhero movies
goofy
and
now.
the
I don't know what you're talking
DCEU.
about.
It's
All the-
so fun. I haven't seen a
Watch
Marvel movie
Aquaman,
since
please.
Endgame.
Watch Aquaman. Come back next week.
Has there
Tell me
been
what
one?
happened.
I
Yeah,
stopped watching
okay.
Marvel after
Like,
Endgame.
So tell you
but-
what, look, I'll watch Aquaman. Shane and Nick, you guys gotta watch Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Wonder Woman was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, Wonder
I'm
Woman.
down.
Wonder Woman.
I have to watch it again, but I liked it a lot when I saw it the first time.
I would give it like
Yeah.
a 7.6.
I'd probably give
You
it like a
good.
You thought
an 8,
Aquaman was
almost
just too
pretty good.
cheesy, Michael?
It wasn't the
I like
cheese.
cheese.
It was just like
Wasn't the
Bad cheese.
the like. I heard some cheesy jokes and stuff. I guess it
Moldy
was
cheese.
just cheesy, but it just wasn't cool.
Really?
was
I
like-
thought the special effects
It
were
was
good.
like an action movie I would have wrote when 8 years.
Expired cheese.
Wait, an action movie that you wrote
Expired when I was 8 years old. Like when I was 8 years old, my friends and I used to write movies and video game plots and stuff.
Like all of us.
But I
And-
I like the Fast and Furious movies, for example, because
Oh,
they're
that's your
just
problem.
cheesy
It's just,
fun. That's what I went into Aquaman with the same mentality. It's DCEU. It's already trash. So what's the
okay.
point?
Goodness.
So I went in with low expectations, and I was like,
That's
"Oh,
fair.
good effects, decent plot, and Momoa killed it, and the
He
humor
appreci-
didn't kill the badass
decent plot.
moments."
See, like Nick, I'm with you though. Like I watched like Rise of Skywalker. I loved it because it was just super awesome action.
Oh.
The story was really dumb. I went in just ready to like be on a spaceship, and like I don't know. I watched Fast and Furious when I was like 14.
I think the
and thought it was
difference
awesome.
is that this
But-
is a standalone movie, and so it doesn't have to really do anything or go anywhere. It's just an
Yes.
origin story that's really cool, in my opinion.
it's-
Nick
You don't
does
like
what
water, baby?
Nick does
Doesn't it
what
get better
Nick,
after Africa?
Wait, did you stop watching the movie?
Yeah,
probably.
I left my
Wait, you
laptop in
never-
another room.
You never finished the movie?
I never finished it. I couldn't.
It's more of like
I had to
cheesy.
finish listening to the Africa remix
It's so
by
funny. It's just so funny
Pitbull.
the Africa
That was
part.
his line.
It's so funny that the Africa part, you're just like, done. No.
Dude, it was like there was
Can't
many
wait.
moments before that where me and Leanne are watching. Was like, what? What is happening? What is
If
this?
you
And that was like
heard
the
the
last
song-
straw. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Hold
Forget
up.
this.
What, Shane, what are you saying?
I was telling Luke, if you heard the song, you would understand why.
I'll have to see.
Completely
It's so
understand.
bad.
Dude, I
laugh.
love that.
I
I,
don't know.
love
Or
that
watch
song.
the clip. Just watch the
I-
clip of the scene.
The original song is amazing.
I love Africa.
Yeah.
I like that song. I love it. And so, like, the picture, I'm trying to. How does
Pitbull do it, right?
people sing that song? Should I
Terribly.
listen to it?
It's so
Yeah, you
weird.
gotta
I don't
listen to
even. It's like such a small part of the movie. I don't remember it at all. Like
Yeah,
I'm thinking
'cause
about like
You
the big
blocked it out of
monster.
your mind.
Did you see like the big fight at the end with the giant like monster in honor of Cthulhu kind of thing? Did you see that?
No.
I didn't. No, I stopped watching after that.
Oh my gosh! Why
You
literally
stopped watching.
'Cause I didn't want to finish. I didn't want to finish listening to that song. It was that
It's like the
bad.
most, dude. It's the most epic underwater battle I've ever
It
seen.
hurt my like ankles.
I'll have to. All right. I'll try
Just
and see.
don't
I'll
go-
try and see it this week. And then I
Apparently,
can give
if you go into this
Send the
movie
song
and
to the
don't take
chat.
it seriously, it's still bad, Luke.
Yes.
But
No.
I think it's great.
Nick does what I think all people should do when they see movies. See movies at face value for what they are.
I know exactly
And then
what
you
it
can
is, yeah.
appreciate it so much
Oh
more.
my gosh, I'm listening
Yeah,
to
no,
the.
but-
I'm not
All right
justifying
now.
if it's good or bad, but I'm saying it can be
Hold on, I'm gonna
enjoyable.
listen to this song. I'm gonna listen to this song. Hold on.
It can't be.
I said those in the
what?
chat.
Whoa,
can't be
so
that
many
bad.
dislikes on this song.
Nick,
It can't be that.
Nick,
It's
I don't know if you
Pitbull.
Ooh.
But I don't know. I don't even know.
if you have you heard Pitbull's music, Nick?
I am Pitbull. What are you talking about?
Pitbull should not be singing Africa. They don't
Even
go
Weezer
together.
tried to cover Africa, and they.
They don't go
Weezer.
together.
Oh, I like
Pitbull
that. I
has no
actually like
business.
their version of that song though.
I wasn't a fan. It wasn't a bit bad.
Oh, yeah.
I think
They
I
came
just
on
like
the
that
radio
song. I
a
think that's
lot.
probably why.
It's a good song. They didn't change enough to make it a cover. But But
For what
Weezer's
it's
good.
worth, the scene, I just found the scene. The scene is probably a third in the movie, so Michael has missed 2/3 of the movie completely.
Yeah, I realize this.
just pointing that out.
I made the right decision. I stand by it.
decision.
All right, I'm listening
You
to this
missed
song.
so many cool parts.
I'm listening to this music.
I couldn't stand it, Nick. I could
It
not
was literally
stand
just a transition. They come out of the water
Yeah,
and then
I know.
they're going to the Sahara.
That was the last straw. They've done so many dumb things. Like I can't even remember now. Like I was so
What
upset.
is this
Dude, the-
song? Hold on.
The
Told
water
you.
guns are awesome.
I can't believe how this
I
song
think that's
starts.
the highlight.
Hold on.
Are the freaking super soakers they have in this movie?
What is this
anyway.
song?
I told you,
Dude,
Luke. It
I
makes
can't
no
believe
sense.
It starts with this signature Pitbull like thing. Oh man,
cool.
I have to see this movie.
Pretty sure
All right.
that's not even in the
Mr.
movie. For what
305.
it's worth.
Even
It's like
just listening to
20
this
seconds.
Barbie-sounding song. Who sings?
I'm gonna count how long it
Rhea?
is.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
What? I'll see it. I'll see it, Nick, and I'll give you my actual.
I've heard the
review.
whole song, so.
I'll tell you what,
it's
if
not
you want
good.
to talk about it next week, I'll watch it again.
I'll
I'll
watch
set
it.
it myself. to
Watch
this
it
one.
I'll
again,
watch it.
meaning you'll finish the movie.
I'll finish the movie. Well, I have to start from the beginning because I blocked it all out of my mind.
True.
It was so
Erased it. Okay, so we
You
have.
didn't even see it, Mike.
We have one last little piece of the podcast episode. Normally do rank it, but this
Oh.
time we're actually going to do a moral question that was given to
Ooh.
me. I didn't think this was going to be interesting, but we talked
No.
about it before the episode, and before I knew it, everyone was like, we all have different opinions, so let's jump into it. So, your job is to be a caregiver for an elderly man, and you come in every day, make sure he takes his medication, feed him breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The two of you have grown close in the 4 months you've been working there, but then one morning you go in, take him his breakfast, and you find him dead. And next to him is a suitcase full of cash, $100,000. Do you call 911 and leave the money,
Okay.
or call 911 after taking the money?
Wait a minute. Okay,
Call 911 after leaving the
first I
money.
want to say my aunt actually does this as a job. She like takes care of old people like that, and then they die. And I don't know how people can do that as a profession because wow. But why is the suitcase in his deathbed? See, there's too many variables that go into this question. But
See, you wouldn't take
it's
it
not a
then
trap.
because you'd be asking too many questions.
no,
Shane.
I
That's the
already said
point.
before. I wouldn't take it just because I have morals. But then but
Except
depending
that
on my
you
current
shoplift
situation.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
That was when I was a child. I have grown since.
He's learned his lesson.
Have you?
You're like, I
But
didn't have
have
a
you?
conscience back then.
Yes.
I have
Shane,
one
do you know how
now.
many
I
Yu-Gi-Ohs
only-
you could buy with that much?
What? Oh, with
How
that
many
buy
Yu-Gi-Oh
so
cards
many
would you
Yu-Gi-Oh
buy?
cards.
$1,000 worth of
If
Yu-Gi-Oh
it was
cards.
back in the day,
have
I'd
a
be
deck.
all about it. I could have every. Well,
Imagine all those blue eyes, white dragons.
Michael,
dude.
Michael, what would you do?
all of them.
All right, so I'm in the room and there's a guy I've been taking care of for months. He's got a hole in his chest from a balloon, and next to him list of like hundreds of dollars.
Wait. No, he's just dead.
Wait,
I
he's
said
got
it's
a
dead.
bullet
Oh,
wound.
I thought it was-
Wait.
No.
Oh my goodness.
No. Now here's what happened.
Come out.
Instead of I'm gonna actually tell the people this. So when I first read this, I didn't say suitcase. I said there is a chest full of
Yes.
money, and both Michael and Shane thought I meant his rib cage was open, and there was just money
Money in his
inside
chest.
of him.
I was
I
like,
was
wow,
terrified.
you have to take it then. Like, it's,
No, so he's just
Okay.
dead. Like maybe he just got old and died.
Okay, so
yeah,
okay,
it was
okay.
just this time.
I'm a little less stressed out now. So I walk in. He's passed away. And next to him,
Stressed out.
next to him is a chest of money, a container of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Right.
Well, $100,000.
$100,000. Okay. And so like this container of money was not there like before. He doesn't always keep it in this room. Like I've
Yeah,
seen this
like-
money
It
before.
wasn't specified, but
Okay.
It depends on it. Have we seen this brief? Does he carry it around all the time, or is it just
Yeah,
it was
well, it
just
sounds like
left
a
there
surprise.
when he
So
died?
let's
This is the
just
first
say-
time you've ever seen it. This is the first time, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't specify
would
in the
change. I
question.
think that would change.
But
the
let's
answer.
just say, what difference would it make if it was one or the other for you?
Well, because if I walk in and I see this chest of money I've never seen before, I would wonder if it was for me. So we got
Yeah,
really,
true.
like if he had no
Yeah.
other family, like
He was
if
about
had
to
family-
write you a note, like this is for you, and
Yeah.
he died.
Yes,
Like
that's what the
before-
movie
before
is
he
about.
wrote the note.
the movie.
Yeah, I was saying there's a movie that was it's kind of similar to this question, and like this girl, she was taking care of this old guy, and he died, and he was super rich, and he left like his whole inheritance to her. So
Yeah,
it's
so I
kind
might
of a
assume
similar
that.
situation, and he
I
found a
love
bunch,
that movie.
and they found a bunch of money in a chest too, and they took it. So
Okay, I don't know what movie that is. I thought you were talking
So-
about
It's a Netflix movie.
Alright,
It's
so-
called.
So
Yeah,
my
whatever.
thinking is, if I see it, I might assume it's for me. But then also, I'll wonder, well, he probably left it in his will. He might have left it in his will to somebody else. So maybe I'll just take it, and if anybody asks me about it, I'll be like, oh yeah, I set it over
It's
here.
in my bank
safekeeping.
account. I'll go get it.
But then I'm pretty sure it's illegal to like
Steal.
take. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's illegal
To steal?
So they come out. Oh, we're looking for this money. Oh yeah, I found it. It's over here. Then I'll probably get in trouble. So
It's just in your mattress. Like, yeah, it was right here. I just found it here. I don't know how it got in there. Nick, what about you? So wait,
I don't know if I
actually,
can get away with it.
So you wouldn't take it just because you'd be too afraid someone would come looking for it?
I guess if I don't take it and it turns out to be left to me, then
Oh no! And then the
I
government
could have it.
swoops in. Like, think about that scenario. Okay, so
Oh,
the
man.
money is for you, but because you don't take it, then the law gets involved and it gets like
Oh my goodness.
60%
This is just
chopped
got
out. That's
way
the
too
risk.
real.
Well, I mean, $60,000 for free still isn't that bad.
No, 60. No, I'm saying 60 would be gone. You'd have like 40 or like 30.
$40,000 still isn't that bad. Like, to me, I just want to get the money and or not go to jail.
Right.
So that would suck, but that's not the worst thing that could happen. If the government swooped in all of it, or just like made it really complicated,
What if
then I
that?
would not want that.
What if it was for you? I'm changing the question a little bit just for you, Michael, not for Nick or
Okay.
Shane. I just want to see what you say to this. So, let's say that if you don't take the money, then the government will take all of it because they're like, well, he didn't leave this in his actual will, so this is definitely not for you, and then they'll just take it. So if you steal it, you get it because it is for you. Would you steal it?
yes.
Because it's
But
not stealing.
He wouldn't know it was for him, would he?
Because I would
Let's just
think
say,
it's for
let's
me.
just say for
and
an
if-
example that he
Oh.
did know it was for
If someone
him.
asks me,
Okay.
I'll say I thought it was for me, and I could even like not spend it for like a month until I make sure like I know what's going on.
Until you launder it.
As a smart man.
Yeah, I would
do.
launder it. I would hide it. Yeah.
You just take like little 20s out. You just buy little things with it over
No,
over a long
I'll
time.
save it all for later. I'll make sure like I get in the clear, then I'll spend it.
Yeah, if I feel like if I
Yes.
got that much
You
money,
got to put it in separate bank accounts.
if I got that much money like that, it would be difficult, but I would try not to spend large amounts of it. I'd just be like, all right, I'm never paying for a meal ever again. Like, you know what I mean?
could
Like,
buy it,
I'm
yeah.
never going out to eat. I never have to pay for it again. I'll just use
If
this
you can
money.
just wait like a month, give yourself like a month, because then like I don't know how like the law looks at it.
You would be
but
the
at that
first
point, at
person
least-
people would check, though.
Yeah, that's
like,
true. But do they know about the money? Is this a secret money?
I don't know. This question's too open. Nick, what do you think of this question?
It is. It is open.
At the end of the day, I think the Coen brothers got it right when they wrote "No
Oh.
Country for Old Men." Never steal a briefcase that doesn't belong to you. So I ain't having Javier come after me.
Maybe
So.
we'll have someone with a cattle murdering machine come after you.
Yeah, dude. No
Blow
no
hair,
coin
dude.
flips for me, dude. I am getting the F out of there. Calling 911.
No
We.
coin flips
Cleaning.
for me.
It's Corona too, so I'm cleaning things down. I'm making sure I
Yeah.
wear gloves. I don't
Would
want
you not
people to
take-
think that.
Would you take
was like
any of
trying
it,
to
though?
take the money.
Hold on.
I'm wearing
Would you
gloves.
take
Hell
any of it,
no.
though? Any of it?
Hell no, dude.
Not even like
Hell no.
100, not even like $1,000.
Wait. Well, okay. Let me ask you another question on this guy. Do we know how he died? He's just dead?
No,
He
he's
just
dead.
died of. He just died of being old.
He just
Oh.
died. He died of being old.
I'm getting the hell out of there immediately. Why? Dude, I don't want to be a suspect in anything. I see that cash. I'm like, there's something going on here.
But he died
This
of
is
natural
sketch.
causes.
Well, in that
He
case,
died
then
of
hindsight's
natural
2020.
causes. You know, like
Right.
you go to the police and you're like, he died of natural causes, and they're like, yeah, by getting suffocated by a pillow. Natural causes, okay, you know, they won't know.
Dude, I
Yeah.
think it's way too risky, and $100,000 at the end of the day and long term, I guess, isn't really worth it
Yeah,
for
that's-
such a sketch
Yeah, it
thing.
is.
I don't know.
That's actually my
Maybe
answer. My
like
answer.
$1 million, right? That's different, but even then, I wouldn't know
No.
how much is in the case.
I don't
Million
think it
sketch.
matters because here's why. So my viewpoint is, dude, $100,000 is enough money that I have no idea who might be looking for me. And then people
Yeah.
that have $100,000 in cash, probably not the type of person I'm ready to deal with. Just saying, right?
Yeah.
So there's that side of it. And then I was like, but what if it was, and like $100,000 is, I would love to have $100,000 just show up,
Same.
but it's really not that much money. Like, you couldn't retire with $100,000. You could live 2 years on $100,000, you know, in retirement. That's just not really a lot of money. So then I was like, okay, so then what if it was more? What if it was like more money that was more worth it, like $1 million? I'm like, that just increases the people that I would, you know, have to interact. So it's like the more money it is, the scarier
brackets.
It's not too wild that an old man would have $100,000 in a chest. I know people now who keep all their money literally in a hole in their backyard.
Yeah.
What?
That's true.
Old people are crazy, man.
They don't trust banks.
He probably like got this money like in Vietnam, and he's been like keeping it his whole life to give to his kids.
Oh man,
or whatever.
I don't know
like, I mean, there's lots of old guys who think that way. I know a lot of old guys who don't trust banks. They just have all their money.
No, I mean I get that because if you put like you could take all your money, put it into a bank, and be like, actually, never mind, I want all that back, and they'll just be like, no, you can only take.
And you can't do it.
Yeah. You can only have a little back. And you're like, but that's mine, right? And they're like, yeah,
mine.
Can I have it? No.
No.
And it's like,
so it's not too crazy. Like that part is not the weird thing, you know.
The money part?
I think it would depend.
The money being in his chest,
money,
like at his house. The money existing.
Oh wait, we're at his house. Yeah, actually, where are we?
We are taking care of him, so I guess.
I didn't know you could be taking care of him at a place, but
you're like you could be taking care of him in a playground. We don't know.
No.
Who knows where he is?
My aunt works at an assisted living place, and she deals with old people. She doesn't go to their house, but if it's at their house, that totally changes things. It's less awkward that there's a chest there now. I was thinking like a hospital bed. Why is there a random chest here? But
just a treasure chest. You open it up, it does the Zelda music. Yeah. Like,
I think for me, it would depend on, I guess, the relationship between me and this person, because like we kind of touched on before, like what if it was meant for me, then yeah, I'm gonna take it. And if I had any inclination that they might have left it for me, then I might take it, assuming they have like no other type of connections to family and friends.
I would be so pissed because I'm like, dude, if you left this money for me, why didn't you just tell me that you left money for me so that I would know, you know? Because now I'm like, now you left me this puzzle.
Oh, how about this? What if it's a test to see if you'll take it, and then you don't take
He has
it,
a camera,
and it shows up on your doorstep later.
And it shows up on your doorstep.
I'm just saying. You're just like, oh, there's that briefcase.
The old man's will says if he steals the money, kill him. But if he doesn't steal the money, give him the money. You never know. These tricky old people, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
If I was going to be dead and I was old, I was like, oh, I'll just leave this here. Someone else will be entertained by this puzzle.
Yeah. Ultimately, I wouldn't steal it, though, but I might consider taking a little bit depending on my current life situation.
How much would you take?
And that's just facts.
Like 1,000? Or like 10,000?
It wouldn't be anything higher than 10K. I don't know what number, 10%. But it wouldn't be higher than that, yeah. You know, it's like my paycheck. You know, my last paycheck, right?
It just really depends on who's looking for that money. If anyone's looking for that money, you know, it's like, are they going to like, they'll pick up the box and be like, this is lighter than it was before, you know? And
how would you know? Are you obsessed with money? Do you lift money on a regular basis, sir?
Someone who has $100,000 in cash, you know? There's some weird stuff going on. So
that's true.
So everyone said we wouldn't take it, other than Shayne said he might take a little bit. Nick, would you take even a little bit?
No, because you just don't know. You don't
know. A little bit. It's pretty risky, actually.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's why I said it depends on the relationship and like the circumstances.
But also, though, if they don't know how much money is in it, because who knows about this money? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well,
yeah,
actually,
that's what I'm saying. It depends.
Say this. Reverse it. Okay, the old man dies, and on his dresser is like $500, and it was money that he was going to use to take you on like a vacation or something.
Yep, taking it. No questions asked.
He didn't give it to you.
That's true, he didn't give it to me, but
taking it, no questions asked.
I mean, it sounds like he had a conversation that he said he was going to spend this money on me. But actually, I might feel kind of bad taking it, though.
I wouldn't, because the money, the money's not going anywhere. And when the police come to the house, they're just going to take it and give money and put it into something that is not better than my pockets. So taking the money.
like cherry or something.
Because that $500 is
mean-
not like a lot of money. I wouldn't feel guilty about taking $500. I would feel
Yeah.
guilty about taking $10K, but I would.
I would get it, but I would only spend it on like things that glorify the Lord.
Oh my
Isn't
god.
that
So
just
he
like,
feels.
isn't
So he
that-
feels
isn't
better
that
about
just-
taking
hold
it.
on. Isn't that just like dirty money? I feel like God would be like, I
You
don't
can
want your
redeem it.
dirty money.
Just give it to church, and then
Michael
spend
said-
the money I was gonna give to church on something else. Let's give
Michael
that
like
particular-
invest into building a church, and it's like, Michael, where did you get this money from? I
You
took it
invest
from
the
a
money.
dead man.
Hold on. You invest the money to build a church, and then the church is haunted.
By the guy. Oh no.
God can redeem anything. No, I will give the money to my church that I would like have normally given an offering to out of my own money. That way, like, I don't actually spend his money on anything. I just give it to Jesus, and he handles it.
I mean, hey,
Jesus
that's
takes
actually
the
not that
wheel.
bad. That's not that bad. I can get behind that actually.
All right. Well, cool. That actually was a fun question. I wasn't expecting that, so that's good. Good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're at time. Let's wrap this up. Plugs. Nick, let's start with you because I know you got some stuff coming up.
Nicholas.
Oh man. So tomorrow's my birthday. Yay!
Yay!
I'm turning a year older. I'm old. I'm 29. But
Yikes.
Dang.
on the bright side, tomorrow, the biggest thing tomorrow is that I'm releasing my first video that I did with a professional.
Nice.
Oh
See,
man, they look good.
So,
They look
so
good,
we'll see. Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
These
we'll see.
listeners, these videos look awesome. Like
Ooh.
coming from a
Sweet.
filmmaker. Oof, they look good. They look polished.
Yeah.
I saw your little flicker at it. Going
Oh,
between two different
man.
shots.
Yeah,
no, it looks
There's a
good,
lot
dude.
of cool. The guy that I use here and there productions, his name is Johnny, and Johnny German, so Germann, and he's under Stix Media, Stixx. I'm actually going to give him a shout out, Stix Media.
Nice.
If you ever want looking for someone to edit your videos, he's huge.
Yeah,
Man.
it
But,
look so the videos look good. The way you guys are advertising is really good too. The way you're like counting down. Like I was taking notes, being like, I need to do
yeah,
this.
Yeah, countdowns are
thing-
great.
The big thing for YouTube and Instagram and all these things is impressions and ads and stuff. So
Yeah.
Well, and it's
She's
like
figured that part
you
out.
could just drop the video, but when you just drop the video, there's no anticipation. But when you're like, it's coming, the video's coming, 5 days,
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh man, this video's coming, you know? So no,
Yeah.
the way you're doing is perfect. I'm excited. I'm excited to see him. What
I'm
can
excited
you
too,
tell us?
but
Can you tell us what song it is?
it's actually no, I'm not going to tell you. But I'm just the username is I love drumming. That's no G. I love drumming. And the songs are just based on drum influences in my life, and various songs that I had in mind. I was like, oh, I could do something cool right here, or this would look cool if I did this. So, there's nothing special to them. There's not like a particular pop song.
But this is
It's
and
not like
it's
a crazy
five.
Dream Theater song.
It's 5 of
but
them.
it's-
5 songs?
It's four.
4
Yeah.
songs. Okay. And you're
And then
doing
we're planning on
it-
doing a 5th and 6th and a 7th eventually. So
So and how are you planning to release them? So the one is coming out on your birthday, and then are you releasing them all at once, or like not all at once, but I mean like one a week, or what?
probably one or two every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So we'll see how that pans
Yeah,
out.
so if
But
you-
I'm gonna guess like once a week or once every 2 weeks.
So if you follow his Instagram again, I love drumming without the G. That's where all those videos. But you have another Instagram to plug too, don't you?
Oh yeah, I finally got my own personal Instagram. So Nick is online. So if you look at my name, there's no K. It's just NIC.
No G
And I-
and no K.
It pisses people off, but I think that's how you should spell Nick, really, because
It's efficient.
Yeah, there's
there's
no K in
no
Nicholas.
reason for that. There's no reason for that K to be there. So
Violent K.
Nick is online, NIC. Nick is online on Instagram.
Woo! Awesome. All right, Shayne.
Yep, you can check out my podcast, Pop Talk Podcast, for pop music and pop culture, and follow my Instagram, Mr. McCatty, MRMCCATTY. We've been hanging out doing some lives there, which has been fun, and we've
yeah,
had
that's
like,
really cool.
a bunch of people.
Those Instagram live shows they're really fun because you guys it's more interactive, and
Yeah.
I actually put it on in the background. Like I turned it on. Turned
Yeah,
the live
that's
on,
like-
and I was like, oh sweet, Nick's like Nick, Shayne is like a DJ because you play different musics on the
Yeah.
actual show, so it's like a radio show almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, and it's cool. I know a lot of people were doing that, and the last couple we've only done like 3, but the last 2 episodes have been like building up, and there's been like a lot of more audience like participation, and it's cool. So just coming up with different ideas. We have a lot of different ideas that we're planning on doing, and to like expand that, and in terms of like bringing different people on and doing different types of fun activities when it comes to that. So follow my Instagram, and check those out, because it's just gonna get bigger and better. And then
Nice.
yeah, I think that's it for now.
Yeah, and I do want to say that it's not like a radio show where you just play the music, but you kind of play the music and you guys listen, and then you'll throw in like a fact or something interesting about it, and you'll talk about it and how it relates to us. It's really fun.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah,
What I like about, so like for me, like I'm a nerd when it comes to like facts and stuff like that, and I have so many random facts about these songs, so it's giving me an opportunity to like share that with people and be like, okay, all those, you know, late nights of doing all of this research on these songs, it's good for something, you know. I can but yeah, so thanks for saying that. It's cool.
Awesome. Good. Michael, go ahead.
Cool. Well, my birthday is actually tomorrow,
Yay.
and I'm not as old as Nick. but
His birthday is tomorrow.
my birthday is
Listen,
tomorrow
we know why everyone's here.
for my birthday.
We know what people care about.
Follow me on Instagram,
Yeah.
Michael Dimas, MyKolDimas. You can see all the things that I'm doing up there. That's it.
stuff.
We should do birthday war on the Instagram.
Birthday war.
Whose birthday do you
comment-
care more about, Michael or
Comment
Nick?
on our Instagram who you like better, me or Nick.
Okay, listen.
I'd say it's a little unfair because you've been on the podcast for so much longer, but
Yeah.
And also, this video
it
of me.
means people have had time to get to know you, which could get in
Yeah,
the
so
way.
they have
Or
time
hate
to
you.
they have time to hate me more than they have time to hate Nick. So
They've heard your opinion on Rise of Skywalker.
Ooh.
Not that I'm trying to influence the vote, but just
I made a
make sure you
video
take that
about
into account.
McDonald's.
He did make a video about McDonald's.
Oh, true. He did put a lot of work into that.
All right, I'm going to KFC. See you guys.
Competition is on. All right, so
KFC.
you can follow our Instagram at WAITSB Podcast. That's where we let people know what episodes are out, what we're going to talk about. We post polls, questions, interact with people a lot more on that than Twitter, because I don't do Twitter anymore. Twitter's stupid.
No one
So just
tweets. Tweets
Instagram.
are stupid.
Follow our Instagram, WAITSB Podcast. Then you can follow my Instagram, which is Luke Roxwold, LukeRockswold. I don't really have anything to announce. I have projects that I'm working on, but I'm just not motivated to like completely finish them. They're very close to being done. A couple video projects. It's been a little bit more personal in general. I'm working on things in like my room, like building some stuff to kind of organize things.
Yeah, he has.
And so there's a lot less content coming out right now other than the podcast. But if you want to keep up with me and what I'm doing, follow my Instagram. That's the best place to do it. So
Do it.
thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for being on the episode. Wrap it up.
Yes. Happy
And
birthday.
Happy birthday, outro.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to me and Nick.